Hello.
Hi guys.
Hello everyone.
Hello.
I'm alright. He's Helena. I'm a knob. Today on the show we have Laura.
We
Our
have
friend.
him.
Oh my god, it's playing like.
It's playing
I
live.
didn't pause it. It's alright.
It's alright, we did it.
I think the caffeine in my tea's just kicked in.
So we are live, guys, with the amazing Laura, who's been investing
Since she was her age.
since she was the same age that I was, which is 14.
How
So
old are you?
I am 28.
Do you want
Oh, that's not
real
bad.
age or press age? Real age. I'm 35.
Oh,
Press.
that's yeah.
No, I'm 28 as well.
So tell everybody about yourself.
Well, I'm Laura. I recently became friends with Helena and Alex on Facebook. We met through mutual friends. I loved the paranormal ever since I was like 14, 15. I became, really interested in it. And I've got a friend called Jack, and we've got our own YouTube channel called the Jack and Laura Ghost series, but we're kind of trying to change the name, and we're trying to sort of like change the format of the channel. We've been doing that since about 15, and we've been, all across Wales, up and down the UK, just, with a small group of friends, just having fun and investigating the paranormal.
Awesome. So
And we'll keep
you're gonna keep going.
yeah.
You're gonna ask the
Did
question.
you sense I was going to ask something? Because
Yeah.
I didn't know whether to.
Yeah.
No, go and ask it. It's fine. I'm
Okay.
sharing the link.
Okay.
Okay.
Being rude. She's networking. So what's been your favourite investigation then? I mean, you've been all over Wales and parts of the UK, because obviously you don't have a Welsh accent, but you do live in Wales.
Do I not have a Welsh accent? Yeah,
I can
a lot of
understand.
people say that. Yeah.
Sorry?
My favorite place that I've been like so far, well, it's kind of like a cross between 2 or 3. I can't really pick one, but in terms of like the most active, I would go for the Shire Hall in Monmouth. I don't know if you've seen our episode of that or anything, but that was a really good episode. We went there in, I think it was October, like 2013, and it was just 3 of us, like, and we were there from about 7 till about 12, and it's really like historical. It was a courtroom basically, and so people would be sentenced in the courtroom, and then they had like cells on the lower floor, and then they would be sent to the local prison. And I remember we were down, in the cellar, and the courtroom. There's 2 courtrooms, but the first courtroom is like the main courtroom, and that was right above the cellar. And I remember we heard like really loud footsteps coming from right above us, and there was another woman in the building, but she was like the security guard, like looking after the place while we were there. And so we thought it was her, like coming down to like tell us off about something, or say, oh, you're not meant to be there. So we went up, and she wasn't there, and she was like on a laptop in the reception bit. And we said, oh, was that you? Was that you walking up in the court? And she was like, no. Well, she said that she went to put the kettle on, but that was in like a different part. So she didn't walk over to the part where we heard the footsteps, and it was like really loud, like heavy booted footsteps. And that's something that we always like talk about. Like, remember that time in the Shire Hall where we heard those footsteps? That's like a really memorable thing that happened.
That's amazing. That is actually really...
Yeah. Yeah.
Have you ever been to a location that has actually scared you?
Not really, because like, as long as you're with like a group of people that you know, I don't really get scared because, you know, I don't really like. I've never really gone off on my own to do like a lone visual before, but that's something that, you know, I'm thinking about doing, but I just haven't done it yet. So I've always been, you know, with people.
I'm doing a lone vigil when you're with us, trust me.
Yeah, no, I would like. I've always said like I would like to, and I will one day. But I don't think I've actually been like.
If we have people,
Oh my god.
and they've never been on a lone vigil, we tend to force them to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just.
No, yeah, I will
You know,
one day.
a lot of teens, they don't have the guts to do it on their own unless they're pushed to it. But a lot of people wish they could do it, and I guess when you're in the safety of a larger group, that you know there's always someone there to look after you afterwards.
Yeah, I remember once. Do you know the Hellfire Caves?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I went there like last November with like a paranormal team that I know, and I was supposed to go on my own, but then I said no. And then I felt really bad about it afterwards. I was like, oh, I wish I went now. But I said no. And I remember going home and thinking, like, why didn't I just say yes? Why did I say no? But yeah, maybe next time.
I know what you mean. I
yeah.
think, oh no, I can't, and then immediately think,
Yeah.
why the fuck didn't I do it?
Yeah.
What's the big deal? Come on, pull yourself together.
Yeah.
It's like when we were at Fort Amherst, and I got really scared, and I left a lone vigil by myself. Afterwards, I was thinking, why didn't I just go back in and get on with it? But
yeah, because like, what's the worst that could happen? Yeah.
Because I was on my own anyway, and the radio wasn't working, so I couldn't contact anyone else.
That was funny though.
And loads of weird shit was happening, and it kind of freaked me out. I don't know why it freaked me out, but it did, and I just had to leave. And then basically, I was standing outside on my own in the rain for about an hour nearly, and I was thinking, why don't I just get inside during that hour and just give it a go? But
yeah.
never mind.
Yeah.
So, other than your investigations that you wish you went on, is there any dream locations that you would love to do if money was no object?
Yeah, well, actually, 30 East Drive is one of them, and now we're going, so that'll be ticked off the bucket list. Well, I used to watch Most Haunted quite a lot. I know, it's not really.
I think anyone in England into the paranormal watched Most Haunted.
I know, like, it's good because, it did kind of start off the whole paranormal field, but then, it's not really that genuine, but I like watching it to see where they go.
Yeah.
There's a lot of places that they've been to, like Morecambe Winter Gardens.
That does look like an awesome location.
Yeah, but apparently, like, it's either been shut down or it's been like some charity has like taken over it and they're trying to like remake it. So I don't know if you can actually go there now, but that's the place I'd like to go. And then there's well, I'd love to go on like an American paranormal road trip, like and do Waverly Hills, Stanley Hotel, all of that kind of stuff.
There's lots of places in
America. So many places in America.
Because we speak to and we're friends with so many Americans, they talk about these locations. Because there's a lot that we know of now.
Yeah.
Like there's a location called House of Wills, which sounds immense. I say this.
We should take like a ghost hunting trip. All of us go to America.
Yeah, all we need is someone to pay for it.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, it's money.
We're honestly thinking about doing a GoFundMe page and getting all of our American friends to pay
to help us
to pay for us.
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah. Yeah.
So, what kind of kit do you use? Like, what's your favourite piece of equipment?
To be honest, I've always said that I don't really use that much, that much equipment because, I mean, I like EVPs and like the standard stuff, but I just prefer to just go in and just use my senses really.
Yeah.
See what happens, because stuff like K2s, and I don't really know, if it does all that much.
One thing I have noticed, when you actually are using the equipment, you kind of lose the experience to an extent because you're concentrating so you don't kind of shut yourself off from anything else, and you kind of lose the experience of the investigation sometimes.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with just not using any equipment and just sort of just go with the flow.
Exactly.
That's very true, actually. A lot of teams don't just use their emotions.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of times we just talk and have a camera. We don't actually use one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like weed boards and like glass divination, stuff like that, and table tipping. I like doing stuff like that.
Oh, we haven't done table tipping for a while, have we?
We haven't done table
the last time I can remember doing it was 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Which was crazy because that table was just too heavy to actually lift.
It really was.
Yeah. It depends. Yeah, like who you're with. Like, do you trust the people that are actually doing it with you?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, the table that tipped in our investigation was too heavy to actually lift.
Oh, well, yeah, that's
So other than 30 East Drive and Quick Pride Museum, which you're coming to with us, have you got any other locations booked for this year?
I haven't, no. No.
We've got abandoned ones that you should come to.
Yeah, we've got some.
So urban exploring is really good because you don't need to pay for anything. You can go at any time of day. So, I mean, it's a bit dangerous, but it's easy to get into.
Yeah. So, other than paranormal investigating, tell everyone what else you do, because you're a busy person like we are.
I do a little bit of urban exploring, like you guys. Well, I started in like about September or August, and it was me, Jack, and Cat and Lynx. I don't really know whose idea it was to start doing it. I think it's because we kind of like ran out of places to go ghost hunting, So we thought, let's just go to any old derelict place and just start doing that until we get, places to actually go, on the paranormal investigation. So we went to this really creepy derelict house called Redress Manor.
Yeah.
Yeah, we went there. That's really good. I think you guys would like that. If you ever come back, we'll go there.
When we turn up.
Yeah. It's like the best place we've ever been to is that natural remedy hospital place. That's my favourite anyway.
Oh yeah, there's quite a lot of like abandoned hospitals. Like, I didn't realise how many there were, but if you just Google like abandoned hospital in Wales, then there's loads of them. It's
just getting cold. It's getting cold. That's the problem.
Yeah, has that happened to you before?
It's on our YouTube page of us being there. What is it? The place that I was just talking to, that hospital, it's not like a hospital. It's just that's what it's like a natural herby remedy place for treat. And there's a room that still has all the spices and herbs that they used in it, and it smells so bad. The hallway, you slowly start to smell it as you're going along. It's like when you're walking through a high street and there's a lush and you walk past it, you can smell lush. It was just going in the room. It was like, oh, this is gross. This is terrible.
So whereabouts? It's like near where you live.
That's in Essex.
It used to be near where we live.
It used to be near us, but we moved away now. But there's still loads of stuff left there. I mean, like, there's randomers. In the shower cubicle, there was a little bottle of shower gel, and there was toilet duck still next to the toilet. There was loads of like cleaning products and knives and forks and stuff left in the kitchen. It was quite funny.
Wow. We went to a hospital called Mountain Ash. It was in I think it was in like Merthyr or something, and we just walked in, like the door was just open, and we were like, that's a bit weird, it's such a lot of the time you have to like climb into windows, climb over fences, but the door was just wide open. And then we got there, we were in there for like about 5 or 10 minutes, and it's like this massive hole in the wall. No, not in the wall, in the floor. And I was like taking pictures of like all the corridors and stuff, and I fell into the hole.
Amazing.
But I know. But luckily there was a door that was like covering the hole. So it was like half covered by this door. And I fell like in between the door and the side of the hole. I was just like hanging there. And then the twins had to like physically pull me out of the hole. And I had like this huge my stomach was like bleeding, my hip was bleeding, there was like this little rash on the side of my hip, and I thought, oh my god, I've got to be careful next time.
And I broke a toe and silently.
Really? Oh my god.
That's why they ended up mouldy flooring.
The funny thing is, all the way through the building there's like these big square holes where obviously they used to be covered over by something.
Usually a drainage system or something.
Yeah, I mean underneath there's like the airing, like you go under there to get sort of heating pipes and stuff. All the way through the building and all the corridors, there's these massive holes. All of that. You didn't fall down any of them. You just stood on a bit of floor that suddenly broke through, and you broke your toe.
Off of the heating pipe.
Yeah. But the funny thing is, I could go there last weekend, and you can't get in anymore because the building's starting to fall down.
Yeah.
That's the thing. You never know, like when people are going to go and just board it up, and it's like keep checking. You could go back, and then you find you've gone all that way, and then somebody's just decided to board it up and just lock it up.
Yeah, I mean, obviously we live in north of Suffolk. We went all the way to Canterbury, basically, for nothing.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
So, who would you say is a famous paranormal team that you really admire?
I don't really watch that many paranormal TV shows anymore. I've kind of gone off that whole thing. Like, I tried watching Ghost Adventures, and I didn't like how it was so it was very American, very over the top. I think
American.
Yeah. No, but Zach is so. He takes over the whole show. But I do even though I find him, a little bit, the leader of the whole thing, I do like his passion for the paranormal, and I like, how much he loves it. He's got that whole museum. He really gets into it. So I do kind of admire him in the paranormal world, I think. Zach Baggins.
Yeah.
Because he's he really has a big kind of love for it.
Yeah, he loves it. It's something.
Yeah.
Have you watched any of the? Because obviously Most Haunted went quiet for years. Have you watched any of their recent stuff?
Yeah, I think it's actually got a little bit worse. It goes on. But
no disrespect to the team, but it seems quite stale to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. I used to love. They had Kieran O'Keefe, and then they had Kath, they had Leslie, and the dynamics of the group was really good.
Yeah.
They actually had a personality. It was entertaining.
I liked it when they had.
It's almost as if now they're trying to be something that they're not.
Yeah.
I know. I just find it like I just don't think they're doing anything new. It's a lot of walking around and talking.
Yeah.
Mm.
I'm quite surprised they've actually got, because they keep coming back every year for new series. And I thought they get so many complaints from people, you know. I thought I'm quite surprised that they're still going.
Yeah.
I just thought, you know, I would have thought they were giving up by now, but you know, obviously.
My favourite time for most authors is when they had Richard Felix and.
Yeah, he's a good historian. Yeah, he's good.
I mean, he's also like a really nice guy as well. He's actually quite funny.
Yeah.
Other guy, that medium. David Wells. When they had David Wells on.
Oh yeah, yeah, he's good.
He was like a less animated version and a less bullshit version of Derek Acora.
Oh god, yeah.
Obviously, I don't mean that in a nasty way. I mean, because I actually feel quite sorry for Derek. I think he was demonised by them, taking advantage of, I think. But David Wells was like a slightly less crazier version of Derek Acora. And I really liked it when Richard Felix was on the show. I'm getting all tongue-tied.
You are getting tongue-tied.
Because I'm eating sweets.
No, yeah, he was David Wells. He was good. Yeah.
I like David Wells. I think David Wells is a really sweet guy. He's a really good guy.
Even Derek was a lovely guy.
Derek's lovely.
Derek is actually really funny.
Yeah.
We watched when we went to the Derby jail. We saw an outtake of a thing that Richard was doing with Derek, and Derek's just constantly taking the piss out of Richard's son. It was hilarious.
Oh.
We've got someone commenting who actually are from nearby Derby anyway. While we're on the subject. Yeah, we're not in near Derby. Well,
That'd be a good place though, Derby Jail. Have you been there?
One thing that they mentioned is that obviously TV shows, I mean, yeah, they're completely different to what your investigation's like.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like 45 minutes.
They're making a TV show, so they can't do exactly the same true investigating because that could just be.
Yeah. Very much.
Derby Jail.
Just through my final.
Yeah, have you been there?
We haven't investigated there, but we have been there.
Yeah, we went there for a party and Richard made me get drunk.
Yeah.
Oh.
And I sang karaoke with his son.
Yeah, you did.
And
Really?
what a bit romantic.
There was a bromance going on between him and
But
his
he's
son.
never spoken to me since.
Yeah, well, it wasn't
Outrageous.
a bromance then, was it?
It was a
one night stand.
It was a fling, all right.
It was a one night stand.
But yeah, everyone that worked at Derby Jail is lovely.
They're all lovely.
And it is a really cool location as well. But we've never investigated it badly.
Yeah, I plan on it.
We will.
I plan on it.
When we, you know.
Have you investigated it?
No, but I'd like to. Yeah, I'll come. If you
Alright.
go, I'll come.
Whenever.
Yeah.
So, what gave you your passion for the paranormal?
Again, that's such a hard question because I honestly don't know. Like, it's just one of those things that, like, you become interested in, but you can't remember why. I think it's just like, I think it's just like conversation with other people, you know, and then you kind of like adapt to it, and then it builds, and then you just get more and more into it. But I can't, you know, remember exactly at what point I became interested. Because I do think Most Haunted like does play quite a big part. So I remember watching it, like, you know, with my dad, and thinking, God, that's, you know, really fun. You know, walking around an old building in the dark.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah. So I think
a lot of people, as much as investigating teams don't really like to admit it as much. A lot of teams are because of paranormal TV shows.
Yeah.
Because you think, oh, I'd love to do that, and then a lot of teams start.
I never heard of paranormal investigating until I watched an episode of Most Haunted.
Yeah, I think same with me. Yeah.
I mean, I knew about mediums and stuff, but I mean, I
Yeah,
didn't really think about
yeah,
investigation until, like I said, I saw it Most Haunted bit. In fact, I actually did watch the episode of Ghost Hunters, like in their like first or
yeah.
second.
Hmm.
Because I think it was on Sky Two. Years and
Yeah,
years and it was an episode on Sky Two, and I did watch some of it, and I thought it was boring as hell. But that's Ghost Hunters.
yeah.
Uh, um,
Again, no disrespect, just our opinion. Our conspiracies
my,
allegedly.
my opinion. Um, but then, bear in mind, I was like 13, 14. So I
Yeah.
Ghost Hunters since, and I actually watch it with interest. Um,
Mm.
but yeah, I mean, I never heard of investigating and stuff until I watched Most Haunted and stuff on TV.
Well, I know
And
about
I knew about it, but I mean, I honestly didn't get involved. But
Yeah. Mm. I
What,
used
what,
to read quite a lot about it. Like I've got a whole shelf of like paranormal books. And when I was young, I used to read quite a lot, about ghosts and stuff. But I think it was the TV that really,
so it's
got
like
me in.
your interest started from a very young age because you started at the age of 14, and I've had to let myself in.
Yeah,
Started at the age
yeah,
of 14, so your interest, like mine, started very, very young.
yeah.
I mean, do you get weird looks when you say that you do paranormal investigating?
Um, I remember when I was in school, we used to write for Haunting magazine. Me and Jack, when we were like, in like year 10 or 11, and I remember that was when we got the YouTube channel as well. And there were like a few people that kind of thought it was a little bit weird, but most people, were okay with it. But there's always like a few people that think, like, right, why? Like, why are you doing that?
People don't understand why you do.
I always say until you actually
Yeah,
experience something, you're not going to believe it
yeah,
unless you have one.
I mean, a lot of people don't realise that paranormal investigation is very addicting.
It's very addictive.
Oh, it is, yeah.
When you start something and you get something at one investigation, you're pushing to get that again.
Yeah.
Really
It's like
becomes-
you're getting private access to like an old building that most people wouldn't be able to get access to.
yeah.
So
I think
yeah, yeah.
I just think it's very addictive. And,
Yeah.
it's not just for us. As much as the paranormal is amazing, I also love having the privilege of being in the locations nobody else is
Yeah.
there.
Yeah,
Exactly, yeah.
You've got to appreciate that.
because even if nothing happens, at least
Like
you
you've
can
been
have
to like a unique
can
place, yeah.
have a place to yourself and look around.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, we've been investigations like that before, where we just ended up looking at all the artifacts and stuff.
What do
Yeah.
what do you think of like TV, like Most Haunted, people faking stuff for views? What do you think of that? Because I don't agree with it.
Well,
Yeah.
generally people faking stuff on investigations.
Yeah, I don't agree with that at all. Like I would never do something like that. Yeah, that's something I would never do. Because I know that TV shows have done that before.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, there's no point in doing that really, because it's just like you're just completely turning it into a whole huge lie.
Yeah, it's becoming like a
So,
stage show.
yeah, that's not good.
So, other than ghosts, do you believe in like aliens or anything like that?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I never really thought much about stuff like aliens, but I do kind of believe in them because if you think about how big the whole universe is, there has to be life on other planets. There has to be, but it's just, will we ever find them? I don't really know.
I mean, do
I've
you
always loved like
think of like crash landing on Earth, and do you think UFOs that people are seeing are actually aliens from outer space?
Where else are they going to be from?
Well,
yeah.
it could be anything, you know. It might not actually be an
I
alien.
mean, I've had moments where like I think I've seen like a flying object, but I don't think it's a helicopter or a plane. And you think, oh, I wonder what's a UFO, and I try to like take pictures of it, but you can never tell what it is. Like I do think about, I do think about UFOs sometimes, but I don't know if we can ever, prove what they are.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do like stuff like urban legends. I don't know if that kind of like links in with the paranormal, but I love stuff like
It's still paranormal.
conspiracy theories. Yeah, I love like crime, like true crime, like serial killers, stuff like that. I know it's a bit weird, but it's just weird.
I mean, our Living
Yeah.
Paranormal magazine. I mean, that is the paranormal and horror.
Yeah.
And like,
Yeah.
if we put stuff in there about serial killers, it's up to us.
Yeah.
I mean, I am
Yeah.
fanatic about Jack the Ripper. I have a massive
That's
fascination.
mine. I am. Well, yeah.
I've been on the Jack the Ripper
Yeah.
Jack the Ripper walk. In fact, the guy that showed us around showed Johnny Depp around, which is quite
Really? Oh, yeah.
obviously
Yeah, I've got.
he showed him.
Yeah, I've got a lot of books about. I love Jack the Ripper as well. Yeah.
I read
I've got a lot on
who Jack the Ripper was now, and I'm like,
yeah, but at the end of that, you can't prove it with tangible evidence. You can only
you'll never know who Jack the Ripper was.
speculate now.
Watching a documentary like last night about they think that Jack the Ripper moved to America and started killing people in America.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a guy who moved to America, and they actually and they found jars with like organs and stuff in his house.
Yeah.
It wasn't just like, oh, well, look, there's a heart, there's a kidney. It was actually, I think he had a woman's uterus in a jar, which obviously connects to Jack the Ripper because he removed a uterus from a woman. He removed the entire reproductive system of one of his victims. But no, we've seen that as well, that documentary. Like the Jack the Ripper, I don't know why. I mean, there's serial killers out there who have killed so many more people. But I think it's all the mystery surrounding it,
it's the fact that people keep trying to like uncover it, but they don't quite get there.
Yeah.
I mean, and it was such an odd thing to happen in Victorian London. Like when it all started happening, they all started thinking, oh, it has to be a foreigner because no English person would do this.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
In fact, Jack the Ripper, I'm actually going to be writing about Jack the Ripper for August. August.
Oh really?
Because that would be the 100 and something anniversary. Because August.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be putting something about Jack the Ripper in that article.
So, what's your opinion on spirit boards and like Ouija boards, if you want to call them that?
I've done quite a lot of them, but they've never really worked for me. They either don't move at all, or I remember I won't like mention names or anything, but I remember being on like a group investigation, and we all knew there was one that was moving the glass. Like we could tell, her arm was sort of above, and I was looking at her arm, and I knew that she was moving it. So, I mean, it is, it's a bit difficult because for me they've never really worked. But I like doing them.
Yeah.
To see if they would move.
I mean, do you think that they're as dangerous as Hollywood is made out?
I mean, you do hear, stuff, bad stuff happening to people, but because it's never happened to me, I don't really know if I can call them evil, because nothing bad. I've done like about 15 Ouija boards, and nothing bad's ever happened. So, I don't know.
Quite a lot of nothing bad's happened to us.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I mean,
it's weird.
I always say that spirit board is pretty much the same as doing EVP, apart from one's letters on the board and the other one is voices.
Well, some people
Because
say
you're still calling out to to something you don't know
I think
what it is.
the difference between Ouija board and doing that, I think some people seem to think that the Ouija board creates a gateway into the spiritual realm in which evil comes out.
Yeah.
If you're doing EVP, you're still opening that doorway for them to come and talk to you. So it's the same to me.
I mean, people related to witchcraft and Satan worship and stuff like that.
Yeah, but yoga's related to witchcraft as well, and thousands of millions of people do that.
What, yoga?
Mm-hmm.
I don't. I should, look at me.
So, you said you were writing for Haunted Magazine?
I have in the past. It's quite a while ago, but I haven't written for it for a while. It was literally like about 5 years ago.
So how did that start?
I just remember, well, the author is, well, the publisher is Lee Roberts. And I must have like met him on Twitter or Facebook, and then just he knew about me and Chad, you know, what we do, and then he asked, you know, do you want to write for us? So we wrote about five articles for it. Well, no, five issues of the magazine. I've still got the old copies upstairs, and then we just kind of stopped doing it for a bit.
Well, it is time consuming, I can tell you that from personal experience.
Yeah.
So, okay, I'm going to ask, what's your worst location that you'd never go back to?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I'd like to go back to all of them, really. I've always said that, you know, whenever you leave a location, I think, I wouldn't mind going back there, especially if nothing happens. Because I went to Bodmin Jail with Cat and Lynx about a year ago. And I remember we got there at like 10 o'clock, and there was like a nightclub sort of party going on. And we didn't know that was going to happen. So we couldn't start till about midnight, by which point we were like really tired from actually going all the way from Wales to Cornwall. Yeah. So we were just really, really tired. And like, I remember like, I think that kind of affected us, because we weren't really like as, you know, lively as we normally are. So we only had like about 2 or 3 hours time to actually investigate before we had to go to bed and then wake up about 7 a.m. and then go home. So we've always said, you know, we should go back to Bodmin Jail, because we didn't get that much time, and we were like really tired from actually, you know, getting there in the first place. So
that's kind of outrageous. There's that party going on when you can't investigate if there's that sort of noise.
No.
Yeah. And also, hello JP.
Hi JP.
I mean,
so I'd love to do Bodmin Jail though. Have you heard that they're trying to turn it into a hotel?
Really? No, I didn't know that. Oh, that's a bit.
Yeah, they're trying
to ruin.
I wonder why.
Yeah.
I know. Mm-hmm. That's why they're trying to turn it into a hotel, which is mental. Have you ever, actually one of your urban exploring locations, have you ever investigated them?
What, you mean like at the same time?
No, like those... at the same time or on a separate night. Have you ever gone back to investigate?
No, but that's another thing I wouldn't mind doing. But I think I'm kind of like afraid of being in the dark in an abandoned place. You don't really know how safe it is.
Yeah.
Because like it's like we've both had like minor injuries when we've been urban exploring. So I've always said, unless you like go to the place in the day, and then you know that it's safe, and then maybe go back in the night. I think that's how you have to do it.
A location you mentioned it earlier, we were going to investigate a location that we went over exploring to, and we decided not to investigate it because it was too dangerous.
Yeah. That's the thing, yeah.
The only pair of wankers that are going to go. Hang on, I've got to say this properly. Sorry, there's a reason why I'm saying this, because we've been asked to say it. We ain't no wankers. We're not going to go investigate the place.
Okay.
One of our American friends wants us to say wanker.
So we use wanker. I wasn't just going to say it, I had to use it for sentence. I wouldn't feel right.
Randomly wants us to say it. So, JP, you're a black.
JP, you're a bit of a wanker.
So, if you could get any piece of kit in the world, what would you get?
I'll probably get my own Ouija board and then just sort of play with it in my house and just see what happens.
Be careful. I've heard bad things.
Yeah. It's tempting though, it's tempting. Yeah.
What haven't we asked? Because I can't remember all the questions that we're asking.
Roughly how many investigations would you guys say you've done?
So that's a good question.
I think probably about like 15, 20. It's not that much because, like, you know I can remember them all. But like paranormal groups, they go on so many. Like they go on, you know, about once a week. So they probably forget all the ones they've been to. But I could probably count how many I've been on. To be honest, there's probably about 15, or between 15 and 20, or something like that.
I mean, I know we've asked you like what your favourite location is, but
Yeah.
Others. But what locations have you been to, other than the ones you've mentioned?
So I've been to, I mentioned Hellfire Caves, Bodmin Jail. I've been to 2 nuclear bunkers. I've been to Kelvedon Hatch, which is, well, nearby you guys.
Yeah, we used to live about 20 minutes away from there.
Really? Have you been there?
Yeah, it's not far away from where they film The Only Way is Essex.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that was good, Kelvedon Hatch, because we actually slept on the bunk beds.
Did you think do you think Kelvedon Hatch smells weird?
I don't remember the smell. No.
I always think it smells weird. And I don't know if it's because it's all locked like down below and the smell's just kind of got stuck down there.
Probably. Yeah.
Another thing I thought was weird about Kelvedon Bunker was the mannequins that they use.
Oh yeah.
You ever see Margaret Thatcher in the bed?
Yes, I remember that. You didn't know she was there until you walked in. Yeah.
Oh, I mean, she's creepy enough as it is, but seeing a mannequin of her head in the bed, that
was creepy.
That's messed up.
Yeah.
So how did you find investigating underground?
I don't think you really actually realise that you're underground. Like when you're there, you just forget that you're like, you know, underground. I didn't really think about it there, but you know, it was you know, a really unique place to go. You know, it's really different.
I mean, you don't realise how far underground Kelvedon Hatch actually is when you're there.
No, because like you walk through the tunnel and then you go down a few steps and then that's it.
You don't feel like you're going down that far until you get to those stairs.
No. Yeah.
Or do something there.
Yeah.
Her granddad worked on it.
Really?
He done something there.
He done something with it. Bastard.
She did something. People listening want to know how old you are.
21. I don't look 21, but I am 21.
People want to know.
I don't look 45, but I am.
How old do they think I am? Like 15?
How old do you guys think she is? That's a good question.
And just to explain, Kelvedon Hatch is a nuclear bunker that was built in the 50s, and I don't think it was actually declassified until after the Berlin Wall went down. I think it was declassified in the mid-90s. And now it's open as an attraction to visit, and there are signs everywhere nearby saying secret nuclear bunker.
I noticed that. Yeah.
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 But no, it's a weird place. Did you actually get anything there while you were investigating?
Yeah, we were with a medium, and it was the first time I met him on that night, and we were sat. Oh, is it the hospital bay or something?
Yeah.
Like the hospital room.
Yeah. Is that where they've got?
Yeah, we were in.
They've got like.
Yeah, I think it's like the hospital room. Yeah, and we were sat around the table doing like just a regular séance, and then the medium started being taken over, whatever you call it, and he was like channeled by this RAF pilot.
Okay.
He was saying how he had like crashed the plane, and he was like, I've lost all of my team. I don't know where I am. And it was.
Did you ever look into that to see if there was a crash nearby?
That's a good point. No, we didn't know.
That's
That's a good point. Yeah. Yeah. Well,
I will remove my shirt if you get us up to 100 subscribers. All right. So do it. I'll take my shirt off.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
All right. Serious. I will. 101. When we get to 101, I will do a video and I'll shake my boobs everywhere.
How many have you got?
50.
It's not the quantity, it's the quality.
It's the quality, people.
Yeah.
They might not be, but they are the best. And that's what I keep telling myself at night when I'm trying to go to sleep.
We've got some weird people on our chat. They're talking about
Weird.
Alex. Well, yeah, Alex getting or JP.
JP is weird. His favourite piece of equipment on the investigation is his penis, and he actually said that.
But we've got them talking about.
But I am
Alex
serious,
naked.
JP. I am serious. I will take
And
my shirt off.
thongs.
I will show everyone my hairy rolls.
Done.
I don't know how else to describe it.
Done. JP said, "All right, let's make this happen."
Yeah, we'll get us. We need.
Done.
We need 47 more subscribers to 101, and I'll do it.
Well, I'll subscribe. That's one more.
One more left.
Yeah.
Luckily, I'm going to the gym, but I don't think there's enough time for me to get ripped. So have
you? Because you've obviously gone with other teams and stuff. Have you ever found that sometimes your way of investigating clashes with their way?
Or have they ever done anything that's annoyed you in terms of their investigating?
I mean, it depends if they're watching, so I don't really know like how much I can reveal. But
when you're not friends with.
Well, no. I mean, what I will say is that it has kind of made me realise how much I don't want to use equipment. Like the more I see people, just sat there with a K2 meter and then just waiting for the K2 to light up, I think we could be doing, other stuff.
Yeah.
I always find that a little bit boring. So it's not that it's like the wrong way. It's just a way that I don't really prefer.
I mean, have you been on? I think you have been on like an investigation, like as an event, and there's been a lot of people there. I think you did say that.
Not really events, but I mean, the group. It's like a private group. I think they sometimes do events, but it's mostly like I was like a member of the group, not like an official member, but I was like a friend of the group. Okay. So there would be like about 15 or about 15 of us. So it wasn't an event.
I mean, obviously, I don't know how much experience you have with like different size numbers of groups, but do you find the more people there are, the worse it is?
Oh yeah, I've always thought that.
Because my issue, I mean, there's no way I'd ever go on an investigation where there's going to be like, I don't know, 15 to 20 people, because I'm not going to, any of them are faking stuff. You know, I don't know what
Yeah.
they're doing, and I think it can be overwhelming as well for the spirits at a location.
Yeah. And all these like event companies, they charge like £50 per person with like,
Some more.
50 people. Yeah.
One thing I will say,
It's way too.
I mean, I'm not saying all the groups are like this, but one thing I will say in their defence, after I spoke to one, the reason why they don't actually do it to make a profit, they do it so they can actually allow people to investigate a location that wouldn't allow them otherwise. And
Yeah.
they don't actually make any profit out of it, any extra money that they get beyond the cost of the location itself helps them with up running it. And I mean, they said that they went to pay a location who told them, I mean, obviously they're not, I'm not saying which team it is, I'm not saying which location it is, but they said they went to pay a location only to be told that the next time they book it, it's going to be £400 more. So, although I get a lot of them, it's just a money-making scheme. Some of them do it out of their own heart to an extent. But the locations over here are ridiculously expensive. I mean, I've said it before, Dover Castle quoted us $4,000 to investigate it, and you don't get the wartime tunnels. It's ridiculous how expensive it is.
So do you still do like writing? Are you still writing for magazines or anything?
No, but I would like to carry on. But there's not many like paranormal magazines out there. Apart from, there's your magazine, there's Haunted magazine. You don't really get many paranormal magazines.
Always come and write for us because we always look for new people.
Totally. Yeah, I know. I'd love to. Yeah, if that's okay.
There's a candy on the floor. Yeah, but I mean, there's there's paranormal magazines out there, but there's not many people. But I mean, ours is a good one. Ours is amazing. Ours is the best one.
Yeah.
Ours is right there. Ours is the best.
Yeah.
Go and,
I mean, if you need people, I'm up for it.
What are you going to say? Were you going to say something?
Yeah, one of our subscribers has asked what your opinion is on what would be the best location to get him to come across from America to England to investigate.
Well, one that I've been to, or just anything in general?
If you wanted to sell paranormal investigating in the UK to an American, what location that you've been to would you take them to?
Well, I would go with Monmouth Shire Hall because the theatre is literally just down the road. So you've got like 2 locations in one night. So you've got, and Monmouth is it's quite a nice historic part of Wales. So, and then you've got the Shire Hall in the town square, and then the Savoy Theatre is just opposite it, literally 2 minutes down the road. So
the picture you gave us for the magazine, was that there?
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
I'm still intrigued by that picture. I can't figure it out personally.
I know, because I can't remember like the exact point of when I took it, but I know that there was definitely nobody on the stage because I wanted the stage, in camera without anybody in it.
Did you ever look?
Take it.
Did you ever look at the cropped image that I did and like zoomed in?
Yeah, and then there's something kind of like
you can see the face, but I don't know if that's just there from the light and it's making it look like because that happens so often. But having said that, it does really look like there's a face.
It does.
Yeah.
And the skeptic side. Sorry, carry on.
The light, it's not like a normal light. It's shaped in a really weird way. It's like a little blob. I
mean, usually if a light gets caught on camera and it's like there's a sudden movement, it's usually like a lightning. But this was just like a smudge.
Yeah.
And like I said, I mean, the skeptical side of me would love to think that there is a face, you know. But sorry, the skeptical side of me will refuse to let me think that. Although I would really love to think that that is actually a face, and it's not just matrixing.
Yeah.
Obviously, that's the location that you've been to in Monmouth. What location in the UK would you like to take an American to that you've never been to?
I've never been to.
No, I mean, what location in the UK would you like if like you had friends come over from America? Which location would you like to take them to in the UK but you've never been there?
Maybe something like Mission Park.
Where, sorry?
I think Mission Park Hospital. That'll be good.
Oh, is that what you meant? I know.
Yeah, a place I have been. It's Wilchester Mansion. Have you been there?
We passed it.
Well,
We've walked
I
up to
have
it. I've
years
walked up to
ago.
it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I went with a friend of mine and crap. But every time
Yeah,
I
I know.
actually book a proper investigation, they never answer their phone.
Really? No, I've been there twice, and it's really good.
Because we've been, the Ancient Ram Inn is only about 20 minutes on the road from there. Hence why we went.
Yeah.
Because we've been to the Ancient Ram Inn, because Winchester Mansion was up the road, we thought we could drive up there and have a look. And I didn't realise in the middle of a wood, in the middle of a national trust site, and you have to walk for ages.
Yeah.
On the investigation, did you actually get to drive up to the building?
Yeah, I think we parked like right outside. Yeah. There's a little car park like round by the front, I think.
Yeah, because when we went there, we had to park and then we had to walk about 20 minutes.
Really?
Yeah.
Did not open the
To our
queue.
guests, so you're going to have to interview people.
Okay. As we've got Americans on our chat, I know we've mentioned it, but you were talking about Waverly Hills earlier.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I mean, obviously, that's your dream location in America. What about it intrigues you?
I just remember watching the Most Haunted episode, and it just looked like something from a horror film. Like it looked really big from the outside, and it looked, it just looked really creepy. And I thought, well, that'll be good. I'm not sure what part of America it's in, but I would like to go there.
I think it's on the East Coast somewhere.
JP says he's heard it's over-investigated.
A lot of places are.
A lot of places are, because I don't realise you have to give it time to actually do back people. Just a bit of a location. Stop overbooking it, because teams are going to stop going because nothing happens.
And JP, where is Waverly? I'll tell you what, JP, where would you like to take us on investigation in America? Answer us that. And you might be looking over there because there's a screen there as well.
Okay.
Anyway, while JP does that, I need to try and figure out a question. I know,
so you've got
it's so good. What's your favourite thing to eat?
No, don't ask that. That's a stupid question.
No, it's not. I love food. JP loves food.
I love all food.
Right,
all
next
food,
question.
All food. What's your, when you're on an investigation, what is your
favourite snack?
Okay, that's good one. What's your favourite snack?
Oh, I remember recently I always buy, Viennese whirls, Mr. Kipling Viennese whirls. They're like biscuits of cream in the middle. I buy them quickly. Very nice.
Okay, and I've got another one. I've got another similar question. When you're driving to a location, what's your music that you like to listen to? What's your best location driving to soundtrack?
Well, It depends. If I'm in the car with Cat and Lynx, it'll be Fallout Boy. So I remember we went to Bodmin Jail, and we just listened to Fallout Boy the whole way there. It depends, like, who you're with, who you're in the car with.
What would you put on?
Or because you talk.
Sorry?
Or, like, just talk. You know, like, no music at all, just talking.
I can't do that.
Depends, like,
Oh,
yeah, I don't know, it depends.
Oh no, I have to have that one bit. Come on.
What's the furthest you've ever travelled? Is it Kelvin Hatch, or have you gone further than that?
Yeah, it must be Calvin Hatch, yeah.
Just so people know,
Or
Wales
maybe-
is the opposite side of the country to Essex. They're like opposite each other.
Yeah.
You've got Essex, London, and then like a load of other counties and then Wales.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So far.
Bodmin quite far as well. But,
It's not that far as the fly crow. As
The fly
That's a-
crows.
as the crow flies, though, is it? Because it's only
no,
it's like
Yeah.
just basically, but you have to go all the way around.
yeah, then it's right at the bottom. Yeah, yeah. But 30 Years Drive, when we go there, that'll be like the furthest we've been. That's that's in Yorkshire, so that'll be far.
Yorkshire. Oh bloody hell! I've got to
I
drive.
think it is.
Mission.
It is
It is
far away.
Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to that, but I know that it is overhyped, and I really hope that it's not a massive letdown.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, do it.
Yeah.
I mean, even if you think this place is going to be around, you have to do it. It's one tick off the list, you know. Like the Ram Inn, it wasn't that amazing. It wasn't as amazing as it's been made out to be, but
Yeah.
we've ticked off our list. We've done it.
Have you been on the website for the house for 30 Years Drive?
Yeah.
Because on the website they've got a list of like everything that people have witnessed, and it's like over like I think it's like 290. Like
Yeah. I mean,
like happened.
waiver. They make you sign a waiver just in case.
See, I'm starting to
Yeah.
think, is the waiver just a way of psyching you out?
Yeah.
Is it just to build it?
Yeah. Just a bit of fun. Yeah.
But I mean, we've been to a location before where the person that owned it literally just walked us all around the location, saying, "Oh, this happened there. You see this here. You see." And I'm like, "Can you just fuck off? I want to investigate." And you're telling me the thing I'm meant to be seeing.
And then when nothing
So it builds it all up, and then, I mean, it was just like it's like I just wish there was like a TV or something because I was so bloody bored. Nothing happened. The worst
Yeah.
thing was, well, nothing. Nothing actually happened. We
No,
didn't-
the worst part was the mouldy Chinese. That was
Oh
in the
yeah,
oven.
there was mouldy Chinese food
That's
in the
the
oven.
scariest thing about the location.
I mean, she
Yeah.
literally walked us in and went one bit and said, "Oh, witches got chained up to here." I'm like, "Well, there, that wall that's about 50 years old. Seriously."
It was madness. So, have you got any episodes on like YouTube for anyone to go and watch?
Yeah, I've got quite a lot. We released one a few months ago, but we don't get many views. We get literally about like 20 views for each episode. But oh well. The last one we released was what was it? Oh, Bristol Courthouse. That was released about a month ago.
And what's the name of?
Jack and Laura Ghost series. I just found it.
Yeah, Jack and Go series.
We're gonna share it on our Facebook,
Oh, yeah.
and we'll share it on the chat, and we'll share it
Oh,
Oh,
thanks.
on Twitter,
Yeah.
Instagram.
my
and-
phone is having a fit, and I think I just disliked the video. I actually didn't make it. I just sorted it out. It's fine. It's fine.
JP, remember my
Yeah.
deal. We get subscribers, you get this. Yeah, just for. But yeah, as soon as her phone behaves, we'll actually
Have you
share.
noticed it's just flipping?
Have you noticed my phone's crap as well? Sorry, we'll be with you in a moment.
I'll figure it out now.
Click
You're
that.
not, babe. Just talk to people. Stop being annoying.
Just to let you know, my battery is pretty low. It's like 13%.
So we'll call it a day in a minute. Just tell everyone where they can find you, where they can watch your episodes.
Yeah, so YouTube is youtube.com/Shack and Laura Ghost Series, and the Facebook is pretty much the same, Shack and Laura Ghost Series, and the Twitter should be in the Facebook bio, I think. So I can't quite remember the name of the Twitter on the top of my head, but yeah, the Twitter will be on the Facebook. I've got my own personal social media if you want to follow me on there. I do tweet about the paranormal quite a lot, so you know you can follow me. It's Laura Sean Dixon, and then my Instagram is, what is it? Oh yeah, Laura Sean Dixon, all in little letters.
I will be linking all of her Instagram and everything.
So I need to check. I need
description.
something then. Obviously, are you actually Welsh?
Oh yeah, I'm Welsh. Yeah, completely Welsh.
You sound
Yeah.
so posh. You sound so posh for a Welsh person.
I've had that before. Yeah, I find my mum's quite posh, so I think I've got it from her. Because my mum's like posh, so I think I've got it from her.
Right,
Pontypool.
Pontypool. How'd you say it?
Pontypool. Pontypool. Pontypool.
What's the Welsh name for that?
I think
We
it's
have
just the
another
same. I think.
Can't speak Welsh.
Can you speak Welsh?
No.
No.
Apart from like just words like Bordar, Dween Hoffy, blah blah blah. I can speak like the basic phrases, but I can't speak proper Welsh.
Okay, honey. Well, as your battery's gonna die, we'll let you go.
Oh, okay. Oh, that was good to speak to you. Yeah.
If you watch this video, then we will put
All her links, everything
on
down
our Facebook page. JP, remember what I said?
The deal.
You want this? You get us subs for this.
Sub for tits.
Sub for tits.
I'm hashtagging sub for tits.
Yeah.
Hashtag sub for tits.
Subs for my tits.
Brilliant hashtag. Anyway, guys, like and subscribe.
I'm not going to like it, by the way.
To
I'm
Laura.
not going to like it, but...
And we'll talk soon. It was lovely talking to you.
Oh, thank you, guys. Yeah, lovely meeting you. Bye.
Bye.
Don't disappear. We're just going to stop the podcast.